Hello, I'm Tom Craven. I'm going to be looking at the last photos that my granddad ever took on his film camera. So let's get into it. So my granddad was really into his photography and he loved Pentax. And he got this in the late 70s, I believe it was, and had used it for about 30 odd years. And my dad actually gave me this camera the other day. Before I opened it, I asked my dad if there was any film in it, and he said, no, there shouldn't be. Luckily, I then wound it back and found that there was some film in there. So I went and got it developed, and we're going to look at what these photos are. I've not actually seen these yet, so I've been told that there's 11 photos, so I'm just going to go through them in the order that they have been processed. So let's see what my granddad had taken the last ever time he used this camera. So the first photo, I'm going to put them on the screen. The first photo is of my dad as a paramedic. He must be about 20 years old. So the film went out of date. Well, not went out of date. It stopped being sold 21 years ago now. So 99, I believe it was, that they stopped making this type of film. It's very grainy, they're very low quality, but I think that's probably the fact that the film has been sat there for 20 odd years, not being looked at. It's from, I'm trying to work out if that's Grandad's. That must be Grandad's house from the side room. So on the chair that's to the left-hand side of this image, I believe there's a photograph of my brother actually drawing there from a long time ago. I feel like that's where that's taken from. I'm trying to work out from, if I zoom in. No, I can't work that out. I can't work out where that is. We'll go on to the third image now. And oh, right, so this is East Bank Street in Southport, fairly close to where Grandad lived actually, and oh, that's a big crane in the middle of the road. So this is the bridge, isn't it? Yeah. Oh wow, it's either getting built or repaired. I don't know when it was. When was that made? It's been there as long as I know. But yeah, East Bank Street. That's the sign there on the left. Wow. Okay. These are really old. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, this is East Bank Street Bridge. So this is the side. This is from the side of it. Looks like the bridge is almost complete, except for on the right hand side. You can see a little bit there where they still need to complete it. But that's the side road along, because it goes over the train line to Liverpool. Okay. So he probably was walking somewhere every day and going past this and seeing the progress that it was going through. Wow. The colours are all a bit funny in it. It is low res, but that's 20 years old at least. Yeah, so that's a close-up of the bridge. That must be being built. It can't be that it's being fixed in any way, so it must be being built. When was that? No, I can't find it online of when it was actually made. I'll try and work out when. Try and find someone who knows. There'll be a group somewhere that knows that, don't there? Okay. So yeah, this is now the middle of the road with the crane on the far side. I call it the far side. Well, town side of the bridge. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. He must have been watching this, like either going. Must have been something that he was doing. That meant he went there at this time. Must have gone past it all the time. It wasn't far from where he lived, as I say. And that's it complete. That's the bridge actually complete. I mean, there's the wonky lamppost on the right, but hey, that's the bridge complete. So my granddad died in 2013. He was 89. So these would have been the last photos that he ever took, at least on film anyway. Right, we'll go to the next one now. So this one, oh, okay. So that's Funland. So that must be the pier that is in front of us. And that must be, that's the Marine Way Bridge being built, isn't it? Yeah. Again, these are all in Southport where I live. That's mad. So when was that? I can work that out, can't I, surely? That's definitely Googleable. Googleable? Is that a word? Googleable? Don't know. Marine Way Bridge, Southport. Built. Oh, it opened in 2004. So yeah, I was right that it would be early 2000. Okay, so this is probably 2003, 2004 that he's watching it. 2003 probably, by the time it's actually gone up. So let's go on to the next image. Oh, that's Grandad's back garden. So, oh yeah, so you've got the shed on the right that I think that's the one that Grandad built himself. And in the back, you can see that they're cutting down the trees at the back and the hedge is gone. So that means they're about to, and the football goal that Dad had built himself had been put in. So he was about to take that to the far end of the garden. So I would have been about 12 because it was around that time that he would have been doing this because my dad then moved back in there. Okay. Yeah, and they're taking the trees. I actually have, so the trees we burnt a lot of them to condense it down so that we could get rid of them. And I remember putting chocolate and bananas in tinfoil in them because apparently that was a nice way to keep me occupied at that point. We also had bunkers we dug into the back of that garden so we could do paintballing. I don't know what the kayaks are doing. I don't remember the kayaks at all. There. I wonder if that's Dad up the tree. Try and zoom in. Nah, I can't imagine it is, to be honest. I don't feel like he was ever the type to be up a tree. So this is another very similar shot. He probably thought he'd done it wrong or something. Or got the exposure wrong. So yeah, you can see how the colours are a bit off compared to the two. Like them two are very different kind of temperatures. Almost like it got it wrong a little bit. Wow. Yeah, these are like almost 20 years old. Oh, the next one's cut off a little bit. So that, let's have a look. Let's see who that is. We can work that out. Surely. Yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad on the left. You can tell by the pose because we do similar poses apparently. Okay. Yeah, so they're just getting rid of the trees, aren't they? Putting them in the middle. That's mad. This is so old. And it's somehow been preserved all that time and no one's opened it up yet. That's fascinating. And I think, yeah, that's the last photo. Wow, it was so interesting to go through them because they're literally from my granddad's favourite Pentax camera film camera that he used. So they would have been the last ever film photos he took. It was really fascinating just to be able to go through them, especially 20 odd years, well, nearly 20 years since they were taken, some of them. It's mad, isn't it, to have that connection? Getting to see what he saw back then. Now I get to use his camera. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? So I've bought black and white film actually to go in here because I've got for my birthday I got black and white film developing kit. So I'm going to put some film in this camera and then get it developed myself. I think that'll be a really interesting little project to do, especially with it being my granddad's camera. It's a Pentax, as I say, and it's a 50mm 1.4 lens. That's going to be blooming incredible to shoot with. It's interesting going through those photos because they're the last time that Grandad will have ever used a film camera. I found that really interesting, being able to go through the last ever photos that my granddad probably took, especially on film. The fact that there was only 11 exposures on there. It was just fascinating to see what he wanted to capture. And I wonder if it goes back further than what I'm thinking, because I don't think that the East Bank Street Bridge was at the same time as the Marineway Bridge. So I need to double check that. What I'm going to do is with this camera, I'm going to put a black and white film in there because I've got a black and white developing kit. I can develop the film at home, and I'll do 2 rolls of that, so then it's a nice little project, and then I'll share the photos with you guys. If you like this or want to see a bit more of this, just let me know in the comments and give it a like, and also subscribe. Thank you. Bye.